Hi friends, our today's topic is the combustion and flame. So friends, this is a very interesting topic and you'll understand the concepts in this topic very clearly as we move on through this video. So first of all, what is combustion? Combustion is a burning process. So any substance that reacts with oxygen to produce energy in the form of heat or light or both of them is known as combustion. So friends, in combustion there are mainly two types of substances, a combustible substance and a non-combustible substance. So what is a combustible substance? Any substances that burn when it reacts with oxygen or air is known as combustible substances, and the substances that doesn't burn when it reacts with oxygen is known as the non-combustible substances. So friends, now I hope that you understood the substances. Now I also hope that you are ready to give some examples for these two substances. So now can you give some examples for the combustible substances? Yes, some of the examples for the combustible substances are wood, coal, petroleum, charcoal, etc. So some examples for the non-combustible substances are rocks, water, mud, cement, glass, etc. So we cannot burn these non-combustible substances. So friends, now let me ask you a simple question. So what is the another name given for the combustible substances? Yes, you are right. The combustible substances are also known as fuel. So the combustible substances, that is the wood, petroleum, etc. are also known as fuels. So now let us understand about the different requirements necessary for combustion. So there are mainly three major requirements needed for a combustion process. Those are the combustible substance, the ignition temperature and the supporter of combustion. So now let us understand these three requirements in detail. First, let us understand about the combustible substance. So you all know that a fuel is very much necessary to burn something or to combust something. So for example, wood. So wood is very much necessary for combustion. So without wood there is no burning process or combustion. So the combustible substance is very much necessary for combustion. Next, let us understand about the supporter of combustion. So now friends, can you guess what is the supporter of combustion? Yes, you are right. It's the oxygen or air. So now let us understand the major role of oxygen or air in combustion by performing a small experiment. So here's the experiment setup. It's quite simple. I have bought a candle and its flame is also lit up. Now the flame is burning very steadily because it is in direct contact with oxygen. So now let's take a glass tumbler and place it upside down on the candle flame. So now as you can see, the candle flame dies off. Do you know why? It's because the supply of oxygen cuts off and there is vacuum inside the glass tumbler now. And without the oxygen or the supporter of combustion, the candle flame dies off. So the supporter of combustion, that is oxygen, is very much necessary for combustion. So now let us understand about the ignition temperature. So what is the ignition temperature? The minimum temperature at which the substance spontaneously burns or ignites is known as the ignition temperature of the substance. So to understand this, let us perform another experiment. First, let us take a burner and next let us take a paper cup and place it over the burner. So now as you can see, the paper cup has caught fire and it has burnt. Now let us take another paper cup and pour some water or any other liquid you like inside the paper cup. Now let us take it above the burner. So now as you can see, the paper cup doesn't burn. So do you know why? It's because the ignition temperature of the paper cup has become higher as we pour water in it. So by this experiment we can say that the higher the ignition temperature, the slower the combustion process will take place, and the lower the temperature, the combustible substance catches fire very quickly. So friends, now I hope you understood about all the three requirements for combustion. Those are the combustible substance, the supporter of combustion and the ignition temperature. So now let us understand about the two major categories of combustion. The combustion can be classified into the two major categories. Those are the complete combustion and the incomplete combustion. So what is complete and incomplete combustion? The complete combustion is a type of combustion in which there is sufficient amount of oxygen to make the combustible substance burn. And in the incomplete combustion, there is no sufficient oxygen or there is insufficient air. So let us take a small example for this. In complete combustion, let us take that methane is the combustible substance. So now as it reacts with the sufficient amount of oxygen, it gives rise to some byproducts. Those are the carbon dioxide, water and energy. So in the incomplete combustion, if you observe, methane reacts with insufficient oxygen to produce some byproducts. Those are the carbon monoxide, water and energy. So now can you make out the difference? Here there is carbon dioxide as the byproduct, and in the incomplete combustion there is carbon monoxide. So let us do the chemical equation for both the reactions. So here are the chemical equations. So in the complete combustion, CH4 plus 2O2 gives rise to CO2 plus H2O plus energy. And in incomplete combustion, there is CH4 plus O2 gives rise to CO or carbon monoxide plus H2O plus energy. So friends, now I hope you understood these two categories of combustion. So now let us understand about the different types of combustion. The combustion can be divided into the four major types. Those are the rapid combustion, the slow combustion, the spontaneous combustion and explosion. So friends, now let's understand these four different types of combustions in detail. First, let us understand about the rapid combustion. So the definition of the rapid combustion is something like this. A type of combustion in which a large amount of heat and light is produced within a short span of time is known as rapid combustion. So some of the examples for the rapid combustion is combustion engines and some of the machinery in different industries. So friends, now I hope you understood about the rapid combustion. So friends, now let's understand about the slow combustion. So this combustion is quite interesting. So the slow combustion defines that the type of combustion in which it occurs in low temperatures without producing any light but only some amount of heat is known as slow combustion. So now can you give any examples for slow combustion? Yes, one of the examples for slow combustion is cellular respiration, which occurs in our human body itself. So now you might all wonder, how is that possible? So now let us understand how cellular respiration is also a type of combustion. So here's the chemical equation of the cellular respiration. That is, glucose plus oxygen gives rise to carbon dioxide, water and energy. So here the glucose is the combustible substance and the supporter of combustion is oxygen or air, obviously. And the byproducts are carbon dioxide, water and energy, as we had seen before. As the combustible substance reacts with oxygen to produce some byproducts, we can say that cellular respiration is also a kind of combustion which comes under the slow combustion. So friends, now I hope that you understood about the slow combustion. Next, let us understand about the spontaneous combustion. So what is spontaneous combustion? The type of combustion in which the combustible substance spontaneously ignites or burns when it comes in contact with room temperature. Then the combustion is known as the spontaneous combustion. So this type of combustion we can see in the chemistry lab, like the white phosphorus. The white phosphorus spontaneously burns when it comes in contact with the room temperature. So its ignition temperature is about 35 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius, which is very low ignition temperature, and hence to prevent the fire, the scientists store the white phosphorus in water. So friends, now I hope that you understood about the spontaneous combustion. So friends, now let us understand about the explosion. The explosion defines that The type of combustion in which a large amount of pressure along with a massive sound is produced with the heat and light is known as explosion. So some of the examples for the explosion are firecrackers and explosives like atom bombs. So friends, now I hope you understood about all these type of combustions. The rapid combustion, the slow combustion, the spontaneous combustion and the explosion. So here we have completed the first part of our video, that is combustion. Now let's understand about the interesting topic, that is flame. Alright, so now you might all have seen a flame, right? Like your candle flame, etc. So, do all these substances burn with a flame? The answer is no. Some substances can also burn with a glow. For example, coal. The substances that only burn in a gaseous or liquid form burn with a flame. But the substances that burn in solid form always burn with a glow. This is a point to be noted, friends. So now let us understand about the candle flame. So here's the candle flame. Let me make it an enlarged view. So there are mainly three zones in a candle flame. Those are the outer zone, the middle zone and the innermost zone. So let me place the candle flame here. First let us understand about the outer zone. The outer zone is also known as the non-luminous zone and is pale blue in color. It is also known as the zone of complete combustion because it is in direct contact with air or oxygen. It is the hottest zone of the candle flame and doesn't leave any residue. The next type of zone is the middle zone. The middle zone is also known as the luminous zone of a candle flame and is pale yellow in color. It is moderately hot zone. The middle zone also leaves a residue which may be in the form of black wax. So this is all about the middle zone, and next is the innermost zone. The innermost zone is known as the dark zone because there is no combustion in that type of zone. It's because it doesn't have any contact with air or oxygen. So it is the area around the wick of the candle flame. It only has wax vapors. So friends, this is all about the candle flame and its zones. So now let us summarize what we have learnt. First, we understood about the combustion and the two types of substances. Next, we also categorized this combustion into two main parts. Those are the complete and incomplete combustion. We also understood about the requirements necessary for combustion. Next, we discussed about the different types of combustion. Those are the rapid, slow, spontaneous and explosion. So next, after the combustion, we also discussed about the candle flame and its zones. So don't forget to like, share and comment on this video and do hit the subscribe button to my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.